Let's go. It's Brooklyn in the bridge. And life is good. Oh my God. Life is good, crypto fan. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on, crypto people? Look, so listen, the real big Will is in the building. Yes, sir. Blessings to everyone. Life is good right now. It's Brooklyn in the bridge. We're early adopters in this new asset class that is the digital asset space. We were here first. And the incumbents, the banking regulators, centralized bankers, they don't like it. They're fighting tooth and nail to try to shut it down. We won't let them. We got to put our money where our mouth is come 2024, though. Let's go. We got to put our money where our mouth is come 2024. Make no mistake about that, big world. The market is doing what the market does. We'll go over those numbers. I think I got some NFT sleepers for you. I think I got some NFT sleepers for you. Hey, what is going on, crypto people? It is the Crypto Siege with another day in the life and the crazy life. That is the digital asset space. Good afternoon. Happy Thursday to each and every one of you. XRP is doing its thing. That's cool. But I'm not sure about any kind of alt season anytime soon. We'll see how it goes. And shout out to Songbird. Shout out to Songbird. I did a video this morning. I haven't uploaded the video. Some interesting stuff going on all over the world. Songbird FTSO providers sleeping at the wheel. We got to figure that stuff out. Got to figure that stuff out. Can't be just delegating the Songbird to people who aren't actively, they got their name on the list, but they're not actively participating in providing a price feed. That's not a great look. That's not a great look. We got to correct that. We have to correct that for sure. Some geopolitical news is going on with China and the UAE. Interesting stuff. I'll cover some of that. I mean, I'm not sure how long I'm going to go here. I do have some business stuff that I got to get to, but I do want to share a few things from the modern investor, TMI, the GOAT, the real big Will. In terms of content creators, TMI, the modern investor, has been doing it longer than anyone, really. In terms of, this dude was speaking and doing videos on XRP back in 2013, 2014. Yeah, he was talking about the digital asset space back in 2013, 2014. The modern investor, TMI. Make sure you subscribe to that dude if you haven't done so already. We're going to go over the numbers. I was looking at Songbird today. Picked up some more Songbird. I'm out of the ecosystems. I'm on Songbird, Flare, and the XRP ecosystems. I did my DeFi work. I put in the work. I participated in DeFi. I was there in Phantom. I was there doing Solana NFTs. I was there on Aave. I was there on Spirit Swap, Spooky Swap, Pancake Swap. I was there with Pills, Morpheus, all in the Phantom ecosystem, solidly, which was a complete disaster. I'm focusing on the three ecos, Songbird, Flare, which is kind of a combination, kind of, and XRP. What do you know about Expectar Metaverse? What is that about? I don't know much about it. To be honest with you, I don't know much about it, but I feel like this is the time for us in the XRP community where we got people building in the metaverse and other places that it's time for us to level up and ante up and participate in that ecosystem because it benefits us if we're XRP holders, right? if that's our number one bag, it only makes sense to participate in the ecosystem there and projects in that ecosystem. And so I've come to kind of fully realize that. And look, I get it. Binance Smart Chain fees are phenomenal. I mean, it's great. 4 cents, 3 cents, 2 cents, 4 cents, 3 cents, 2 cents, 8 cents every now and then. That's great. But that's not my biggest holding. BNB is not my biggest holding. It's kind of XRP. Just as kind of my thinking at the Crypto Caesar's house. I would never begin to tell you to leave a project or an ecosystem because of something that I'm doing. But I'm just thinking out loud with your family. I'm just thinking out loud. And this is kind of how I see things. Got Flare Networks, got this layer one and an ecosystem that's going to be built upon it, on it. And we're early. I'm not sure if I should be taking my dirty, nasty fiat and participating in Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain. Not sure that makes sense any longer. Now that we got some people building on the XRP ledger, not sure if it makes sense to be in other ecosystems. Just thinking out loud. Participating in the XRP projects that I like, that have real utility, is really benefiting the XRP bags that we have. It's kind of how I see it. So, RC, what's going on, bro? Good to see you. Keyless, the lady of crypto, is in the building. How are you, miss? Good to see you. Alex Jeet, what's going on, bro? J Corn checked in. What's up with you, bro? What's up with you, J Corn? So that's kind of how I'm seeing, family. That's kind of how I'm thinking out loud. I did a drive time video this morning, and I uploaded it, but I did not make it public yet. I went over some very, very interesting stuff that I should probably cover with you guys for sure. Hold on one second. Let's see. Sorry, my podcasting friends. Podcasters are like, what's going on? Where's the crypto siege? Yeah, so I did a drive time video this morning. I haven't uploaded it and didn't do the thumbnail yet. Well, uploaded it, but I didn't make it public. But I went over some very, very interesting thing, and I'm going to share some of that stuff with you guys here as well. Broadwell, no Braga, what's good? Good day, CJ. Good to see you. We're in some exciting times. We are indeed. We are indeed. I share with you guys, right? You know, this is family here. I share with you guys that I had been exiting out of some XRP and going into other projects. Gosh, I don't know. Tons of XRP I got. Went into other projects with. Tons. Hope that doesn't come to bite me in the behind. I had always said that I believe personally, and I'm still believing that that the bottom is not in this market. And and so I made a play. Who knows? I don't know, 4 to 6 plays, maybe 5 to 7 on newer projects, hoping that during the bear market that I'm believing is going to happen, that these projects will do well because they're newer projects. Interesting stuff. Jay Corn, waiting to be able to say, I told you so to a few people. I hear you, my friend. Bogle Reed, I feel like I saw your name on Twitter. I feel like I saw you on Twitter as well. Good evening from the UK. What's good, Bogle? What a time to be alive. Indeed, right? We're blessed to be early in this space. Now, it comes with some challenges. Being first through the door can come with some challenges. It's funny, Keyless, I was listening to Patrick Bet David today on YouTube. He has a couple of channels. He has the PBD podcast. He has Valuetainment. And he was going over some of the things going on in China with the BRICS nation and China and the UAE. And I remember thinking the reason, no Twitter. All right. Bogle Reed is like, nope, no Twitter for me. The reason his station is his podcast is like he loves the politics. He loves getting into current events and news and stuff that's going on, right? That's kind of his thing. He doesn't, in other words, he doesn't have a crypto podcast, right? But I remember thinking to myself, I know all about that stuff that he's talking about because I'm in the digital asset space. He talked about China and the UAE doing this LNG thing that just happened. And I'm like, I know about that because I'm in the digital asset space. The level of knowledge and the fact that you can level up here is phenomenal, right? It is it is really, really, really phenomenal. And I was like, dang, yeah, I know about that. He's reporting on something. I'm like, yeah, I know about that. I know about that because I'm early. I'm in the digital asset space and arguably the best community in all of crypto, the XRP community. So Keyless is like, dang, you really think the bottom is not in? I do. I really don't think that it's in. Most of my lead I'm taking from Garrett Soloway. I got his stuff, purchased his stuff, and had been taking signals and stuff from him for a while, and he's been right on a number of occasions. And so that's kind of where I am, kind of where I am. So I know we want this alt season, but I know if I look at this Bitcoin dominance, we can ready to check over the numbers. I know if I look at this Bitcoin dominance and it's still in the 44% range, never in the history of an alt of a bull run, right? Which is all the alts moving pretty much at the same time. Has the Bitcoin dominance been over 37, 38%? And this thing is up 40-something%. You know, that doesn't mean that we won't get a little XRP pump, $1.50, maybe even $2, who knows, after the news. But yeah, that's kind of where I am. Colin Hughes, what's going on? Bogle Reed says, New York projects you want to share. Not financial advice, LOL. So what do you mean by New York projects you want to share, Bogle Reed? I am born and raised in Brooklyn. Definitely a project kid. So what do you mean by that, New York projects you want to share? Like which projects? Is that what you mean? Colin Hughes, what's good? A massive hello, Siege, and family from the UK. Colin Hughes, appreciate you. Oh, you meant any. Any projects you want to share. I'll always share them. Oh, the projects, yeah, I've been sharing the projects, man, my friend. Radiant Capital, Umbria Bridge, ZZ Exchange. Yeah, I always share them. I always share the stuff that I get into. Yeah. Zyber Swap. Yeah, I always kind of share those things that I get into for sure. Hash flow. There was some another one on there was on Ethereum as well. But yeah. So Arbitrum plays, Bogle Reed, Arbitrum project plays, and ZK Sync Arbitrum plays. Oh, you're welcome, Bogle. You're absolutely welcome. Colin Hughes, it's good to see you, my friend. Big John is in the building, family. Big John is in the building. It's good to see you. Listen, let's go over these numbers real quick. The Modern Investor shared some. He titled his video this morning, yesterday, something. Assets that are, cheap assets that I'm buying, right? Something like that. So whenever the Modern Investor puts out something, I'm on it. The Modern Investor, whenever he puts out something, I'm on it. So I went over there to check him out while I was at the gym, but he was talking about NFTs, and that's not my strength. So I listened to some stuff and found out about my NFT. What is it called? My NFT tracker, and I found out about VEVE app for buying collectibles. They call them digital collections, right? So I found out about that, and I'm like, yeah, I'll share that with the family today, and find out if anyone knows anything about them. I will not, Colin Hughes. I thought about going because that's where my daughter attends college, but Colin Hughes says, will you be going to the XRP show set up by Brad Kimes, Siege? No, I thought about going, but I don't think that I'm going to be able to get out there now. I was trying to find an excuse or a reason to go see my daughter. But no, I don't think that I'm going to go. Right now, it's a no. It might be a last minute yes. It very well might be. Are you going to go? But right now, not so much. Hey, Layla, how are you, miss? Appreciate you checking in. It is always great to hear from you. Kima says, I made a few coins with some ideas over here. Indeed, although not financial advice on this channel, guys. Indeed, that is correct. And so that's kind of a couple of things there. So I'm thinking about it. But I started the stream off with, exited out of another ecosystem, keyless, exited out of another eco. So I exited out of Binance Smart Chain as well. I was looking at Expectar Metaverse, and I'm just driving and I'm thinking I really need to, just what I'm doing in the Crypto Siege's home. I really need to pay more attention to the XRP ecosystem and the projects that are building there. And what I mean by paying more attention is putting more money in to the ecosystems, to those projects in the ecosystem. And so that's what I did, cut some losses and on some stuff, and some stuff that I thought was very promising. But ultimately, if for me, I just had to reason with myself and say, if my biggest bags are in XRP, having projects succeed and win, projects with real utility, great gaming, great metaverse stuff, then I should be wanting to see those things happen. Colin Hughes says, I would love to see everyone there, but unfortunately, I don't think I can make it due to work commitments. A flick of the switch moment could change that, though. That's right. Siege, in a nanosecond. Yes, indeed. Yes, sir. What's going on, Peter? It is definitely good to see you. I appreciate you guys checking in. Guys, do me a favor if you haven't done so already. If you didn't do so on the way in, do me a favor and collapse the chat. Go smash that like button for the Crypto Siege, and then come back and hang out with the family. Layla says XRPH. I feel like I heard something about that. But I just that's kind of where I am. So I looked at Expectar. They got a land sale going on right now, pre-sale, land sale, right? And so sure, on XRP, sure. It's another thing on my Zoom app, sure, but I don't think I can honestly say. Flare Networks, sure. Songbird, sure. But just want to be more, I think, kind of putting more of my money where my mouth is in terms of the XRPL ledger and people building on there, right? Gem wallet, is it the BPM wallet, Gem wallet, right? I have the BABB wallet, right? I was just thinking about it. I got the BABB wallet. I do have the Zoom wallet. I do have the Zoom wallet. But what about the other wallets, that are on the ledger and taking an XRP payment or XR paynet? Just kind of thinking out loud, that type of stuff, Just kind of thinking out loud. Colin Hughes says, hey, Siege, will you be doing an educational video on how to mint XRP on the Flare network with XRP when it goes live? I certainly will, Colin Hughes. I certainly will, for sure. All right, guys, let's go over these numbers real quick. And I'm just going to share some of the gems I found today with you guys. Let's see. Because we all know the market is just doing what the market does. Let's go over to CoinGecko. Let's go over to the awesomeness that is CoinGecko.com. Love the website, love the app on my phone. Screw CoinMarketCap. Healers, screw CoinMarketCap. They don't want to honor XRP and give it its due, screw them. All right, so here we got the total cryptocurrency market cap is at 1.21 trillion. 1.21 trillion. which is down from over 3 trillion at one time. And in 24 hours, it's down 1%. The Bitcoin dominance, however, is at 44.7%. We can't have alt seasons when Bitcoin dominance is that high. Never happened in the history of crypto. 44.7%. Bitcoin dominance. Not a great number if you're looking for an alt season. Bitcoin is trading at $28,017. Ethereum is trading at $1,782. And XRP is trading at 53, nearly 54%. It is up 27% on the 7-day. Interesting stuff. I better stop selling my XRP. I better stop selling. 54 cent is up 27% on the 7-day. That is some really, really, really good stuff. So anybody heard of the VEVE app? Anybody? Modern Investor shared this today. He was talking about some projects, and he was talking about he got these projects by way of this app, the VEVE app. Welcome to the VEVE, where the world collects. Start your digital collection today. Step into VEVE and be part of the next evolution in collecting. VEVE is the world's home of premium digital collectibles, comics, and artworks, all available in limited edition releases. Okay. Here's what I know. JPEGs are cool. I have a sneaking suspicion that Jurassic Park or Marvel or Superman or Star Trek would do better. Just got a sneaking suspicion that they would. It says, find your fandom with VEVE. Whether you love pop culture, film and TV, superheroes, sci-fi, or animation, the VEVE offers digital collectibles from your favorite fandoms, including Disney. I don't know, but I just feel like Disney is going to do okay in the NFT space. Disney, Marvel, DC, Star Wars, Star Trek, Jurassic Park, Back to the Future, MGM, Ghostbusters. I don't know what Taki Daki is, and so much more. Hulk. I think a lot of us grew up as comic fans. I think this just released or is releasing tomorrow. Hulk. He was talking about Elsa. Does the name Elsa sound familiar to anybody? Does that feel like an Avengers or one of those names? It sounds familiar. I can't kind of pinpoint it. But the Modern Investor was talking about Elsa. Oh, that's Daredevil, Avengers. Collect what you love, from digital collectibles to limited edition digital comics, or one-of-one digital artworks featuring the greatest characters of all time. You can explore and collect the full range on VEVE. New sets are released each week into the VEVE store through regular drops and are ready for purchase. Your collection in your pocket. Your collectibles are no longer limited to the physical world. Carry them with you everywhere you go. VEVE digital collectibles are 3D sculptures that live in the digital space and are viewed, displayed, and interacted with through VR and AR. From a Batman figurine to the ectomobile from Ghostbusters and so much more. That's interesting. That is interesting. Bring your collectibles to life with augmented reality. Okay. That's some interesting stuff right there. Put your collection on display. Every VEVE member gets their very own virtual showroom to put your prized digital collection on display. Your showroom can be customized to match your collection, and you can add more showrooms as your collection expands. Interesting. Move through your showrooms on your phone, FPS game style, or bring them to life in augmented reality and physically walk through them, all on your phone or tablet. Interesting stuff. And you can download the app, of course, at the App Store or on Google Play. So I found out today from the GOAT, the greatest of all time in content creator space, the modern investor, that name some of those high-end museums, high-end. Oh, Keela said, yep, Elsa is a princess from Frozen. So at one time, Keela's Elsa was on the marketplace for over $5,000. And the thing about collectibles is they're collectibles, and there's just a certain amount of a certain kind of collectible is available. Well, the Elsas are now trading for about $180. He pointed that out. Welcome to Earth TV. What's going on, my friend? He said, "Oh, so it's from Frozen." All right. A lot of people know. Welcome to Earth. Oh, what's going on? I keep forgetting you used to be Jackie 33. Good to see you, miss. Appreciate you checking in. Peter says it's late evening here where I'm. Everything's okay. Cool. Appreciate you being here, Peter, for sure. NFT Temple, I heard about that. It's launching to tomorrow or the day after. That's nice. So yeah, I found that out. Famous Museum, MOMA. Okay, so like there's other ones, right? Sotheby's, or is it Sotheby's? Right, but think of the high-end museums, right? High-end museums where they display the art, right? Yep, that's Jackie 33, Keyless. It's welcome to Earth TV. That's Jackie 33. Do you have a YouTube channel? Sunset Park looking good today, says Direct Interior Hip. What's going on, my friend? James Shepard is in the building. So those high-end museums. So I found out today because I don't know if you guys know, but the modern investor, he's a big-time art person. Like, he is big into collecting art. He's a big-time, speaking of wood, cloth, and paint. The modern investor is a big-time. Yes, Sotheby's is an auction. Okay. So what's this? So like the high-end museum places, right? I know they have some names. It's like 2 or 3 like top ones. So he read it off like, 2 or 3 of these top museums for the displaying art. Yep, Colin Hughes. Yep. And they are displaying digital NFTs in the museum. In the museums. In those high-end museums, not the neighborhood museum. I thought, wow, that's interesting. Oh, James Shepard said in the UK, the Tate Modern. Louvre is in Paris, right? Louvre is in Paris, right? So the high-end ones, and they're displaying NFTs, digital NFTs in these places now. So that just really got me thinking. I get it. There's Board 8, Board 8 Yacht Club and all of those, right? I don't know if that wins over Disney and Marvel. I don't know if it wins out over those, right? I'm not sure if the BAYC will get in those museums, but I got a feeling that the likes of Disney and Marvel and DC might make it. But yeah, he told me that. He told us that today. I'm like, really? They put NFTs in those museums? That is heavy. But that's what he said. Yeah. So Elsa, Keyless, and welcome to Earth TV. Going for over $5,000 at one time is now there are collectibles on there because it's collectibles. So people, people got to do what they got to do when they need some cash, and they're on there now for $180. $180. That's not bad. So anybody heard of the VEVE? Oh, definitely the Met, right? Kayla says it would be a good fit for MoMA, which is the Museum of Modern Art in New York, or even the Met. Absolutely. But when he mentioned those, I was shocked to hear it. I don't know why, but I was just like shocked. And again, the modern investor, the OG in the digital asset space, is into art, keyless, in a big time way. In the art in a big time way. I was shocked. I was shocked to hear that. Shocked. So I'm thinking, I have some NFTs, but I don't think the NFTs that I own, have a shot at making it into those museums. You know what I mean? The DeLorean, like I'm, not sure. Solana NFTs, not sure, but I think Disney might have a shot. I think Marvel, DC, I think they might have a shot in this V thing. So these things are in 3D, and you can check them out via AR or VR, and you get your own little thing. This VEVE sounds like an interesting project to get into. What do you guys think? Anybody here heard of the VEVE? Let me know in the chat if you've heard of VEVE before. Guys, do me a favor, hit that like button if you didn't do so already. We always like to have just as many likes as we have viewers in the stand. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. We have to break this shadow ban going on with this channel. Everybody's recognizing it. Got people on Twitter like, what's going on with the Crypto Caesars channel? This thing's been at 7,500 for months. Like it's been over a year, actually. Helis said, never heard of him. Yeah. Helis, do you know the Modern Investor YouTube channel? So that was really interesting. And I'm going to get the app, and Elsa seems like for me personally, Elsa seems like a steal. And I collected comics as a kid, right? As a young kid, right? Baseball cards and comics. I kind of know that you just, when you're a collector of comics and cards, you don't let go of them, right? So even as an adult, you're collecting. And I think looking for more forms of collecting or collections, more forms. So there's digital versions of a Marvel or a DC or a Disney, just kind of makes, in the NFT space, just kind of makes sense to me. Oh, okay. Yeah, the Modern Investor. His channel is TMI, the Modern Investor. But he's really, really big time in the art. Really, really big time in the art. And he shared these two places with me. He shared the My NFT Tracker, which I think is my-nfttracker.com, which I didn't know about as well either. Let me share that with you guys. Oh, let's do this. My mouse doesn't want to cooperate. There it is right there. My NFT Tracker, your personal NFT tracker. Keep track of your portfolio and the vault value. Check out floor prices without creating an account. And he was displaying this. The Modern Investor was displaying this when he was doing his YouTube thing. So I'll look into this as well. But I think, let's see here, ultra rare, secret rare. What is that? So Mickey is secret rare. A View to Kill is an NFT. 007, right? Things like that. And they tell you if they're up a certain percentage and down a certain percentage. But these are kind of again on the comics, on the Marvels, on those different type of things. Interesting stuff. Certainly, maybe something that you want to kind of do your homework on. I'm going to get the VEVE for sure, and check out what they got going on there. But that made some sense to me. It really did make a lot of sense to me. What else did I want to share with you guys? I told you that. Anyone else feeling like there's a good shot that XRP might be the only digital asset with some clarity in the space? James Shepard is right. The weird thing about art is if someone likes it, they will pay what they have to for it. Yeah, yeah. And I like that on this VEVE here, these collectibles are in this 3D form. And I really do like the whole I really do like the whole VAR AR thing. I really do like that as well. People says, I absolutely love X comedy art stuff. Did you ever see Flip the Switch NFT? No, I never saw that. She said, oh my God, I loved it. So something to look at, fam, something to kind of check out, you know, maybe do your homework on. But look, the VEVE looks like a collectibles app. And kind of, again, in that range of comics and all that kind of stuff like that. And if Elsa from Frozen was at one time $5,000, I mean, and now it's 180, you know. And he mentioned like an artist. So on this VEVE app, there's also artists as well that, you know, that are making NFTs. And one of the particular painters projects was at bargain prices, right? And really, really bargain prices. Two videos I wanted to share with you guys. One was from Congressman Emmer, and another one was from Mark Yusko. I think it's Yusko. It might be Yusko. Take a listen to Tom Emmer here. Like, the dude is having a fit about what's going on. And he's saying it's central bankers and central government. This is what he's calling it on the state of crypto. Central bankers and the central government. Let's take a listen to this for a second. Let's go to where he asked a question. Ryan from Bankless asked a question.
Chairman Grunberg regarding reports that the FDIC is weaponizing recent instability in the banking sector to purge legal crypto activity from the United States. And we've got the letter. We'll include it in a link in the show notes. What are you concerned about here? So is this about the choking off of maybe a Silvergate, maybe a Signature Bank? What are you writing to the head of the FDIC about this? What are your stated concerns?
Well, we've seen statements from individuals across the industry, including former House Financial Services Chair Barney Frank, the co-author, by the way, of the Dodd-Frank Act, highlighting the targeted nature of the regulatory efforts of this administration to single out financial institutions, and I believe to send a message to get people to move away from crypto. I mean, there are double standards when it comes to whether financial institutions can custody crypto. not using it to leverage against it or anything, but just to custody it. There's different messages coming out of the Fed, coming out of the SEC. The SEC's been very aggressive. And by the way, two sources, you might have seen this because I mentioned it in an interview last week. Two sources told Reuters that, quote, any buyer of Signature must agree to give up all the crypto business in the bank. Think about that for a second, Ryan. If that's not government putting its heavy hand on the scale and doing it in a way that to the detriment of crypto or people that are interested in crypto, I don't know what is. And then you talked about Marty Greenberg, Chair Greenberg. The FDIC press release said that Signature's crypto depositors would not become deposits of the bank that purchased. Right? So we know that right after I went on this news program and talked about Reuters outing the FDIC, we know they went back and denied that that was said. But then the chair comes out and says, look, anybody who buys this bank, crypto deposits aren't going to be part of your purchase. And then it can't be coincidence that the Fed is launching its own payment network that's literally designed to settle payments in seconds the same year that financial regulators have weaponized their authority to quash the major banks that service the crypto industry. We don't need the federal government competing with the private sector. That's exactly what they're doing. And in this case, they're trying to corner the market when it comes to banking and financial services to cut out, again, freedom-loving people who want to self-determine and make their own decisions without having to pay the VIG to the man who, in this case, would be your central government and the central bank's banking system that it's created.
Those are some powerful words coming from Congressman Emmer. Now, we all know this. We know, especially if you've been tuning in to the Crypto Siege channel, we've been saying this for a long time, over a year, that there's a war going on. He just said that they're trying to corner, the Fed is trying to corner the market. That means there's a war going on for you and I. That's what it's about. The war is for you and I, because we made a decision to walk away from their liquidity pools and walk into the digital asset space where we can choose our own form of money and choose our own monetary policy that comes along with it, and choose where we want to store our money, not where they want us to store our money. Interesting stuff, family. Tom Emmer was a little excited. He was a little excited. Let me share this little clip here from what's the name of this guy's channel? Brian Rose. London Real, that's it. London Real. He has Mark Yusko on. I think it's Yusko on. Take a listen to what Mark is saying here about. He's talking about the banking regulators here. Just take a listen. I got to make sure I give some credit to London Real and Brian Rose so that I don't get some kind of strike.
They're taking lots of action.
Lots of action.
How do you break it down?
It's back to the shoot, I'm blanking. So it's the famous quote, first.
See what I'm saying about the wars for you and I? Talking about $1 billion leaving the banking system. And this is a guy over 30 years in the space. This is just important to know, right? Over 30 years in the space. I think he's got $1 billion in assets under management now. So big time guy in the financial spaces with assets. And he's just, right? He's just speaking the truth. Al Van, what's going on? My friend C, any update on Celsius Earn users getting any access to withdrawals? I'm assuming you're still stuck in Cell like me. I'm on the Celsius platform. the earn accounts and the ad hocs and all that stuff have not been heard for the earn users. Well, I say they have been heard. There is a bid from Nova Wolf that is going to have to be revamped. Open bidding is still apparently going on. So no definitive who's going to plan for the earn users. Withhold, done. Custody, pure custody, done. Nothing for earn and nothing definitive for the loan accounts as of yet. Al Van. Keela says Tom Emmer is on fire. He is, and he is so on point, and we are lucky to have him on our side, 100%. You're absolutely right about that. Who has a Trump one? The modern investor? Right, so what Mark Yusko is saying there, Yusko is saying is, like, a lot of people, like, look, there's just a reality of situations. Like this, like no one wants to believe the realities. So what gets put out there is something that they can believe. So what they can believe is, well, Do Kwon is not from here. He's a bad guy. And DeFi is not good. And things like that. And here's the thing that I always said. If you're going to go after the big boys publicly, you have to be able to back it up in the right way. And you see how he mentioned Celsius, right? You see how the banking regulator said something. He's saying that the banking regulators are recognizing, right? Nexo, not in the States, BlockFi, Toast, Celsius, Toast, right? Well, you could say, well, look what Celsius was doing. Well, I would say to you, well, look at what SVB is doing and look at what Credit Suisse is doing, right? And look at UBS and what they're doing and look at JP Morgan and what they've done and repeatedly do. Look at what Bank of America did. But none of those, right? What's going on with Bank of America? As far as I know, Bank of America is still good. What's going on with JP Morgan? Record levels of fines in the billions and billions. Repeatedly getting caught for ripping off his customers and manipulating the market repeatedly. But that dude is not in jail and can still go around and get on different shows and sit before Congress. Is anyone suggesting that somehow his ills are not as bad as BlockFi's, Voyager's, Nexos, or Celsius's? Can anybody really say that? Reality is they didn't want the likes of, they didn't want you and I to be able to take our fiat dollar and walk away from 0% interest to 5 and 6 and 7% interest. They didn't want it. That's ultimately the bottom line. Ultimately the bottom line. And don't get me wrong. No CEO should be doing things like Jamie Dimon. But again, I want to point out, it's like Jamie Dimon. Nexo, Celsius, and Voyager are not outliers. But if the industry and the incumbents are not happy with something, this is what they do. And Mark is speaking to it, right? He's speaking to it. Yep. And we can all point fingers at the CEOs, Nexo, you know, no ills there as far as I see. But they got run out of this country. Think about that. No ills, no wrongdoings. I just want you to think about that. No bad CEO stuff. Because if it was, it would be out, right? No ills, no wrongdoings. However, You can't hang out in the US. This thing that you're doing above board and you're doing it right and you're doing it the right way, that stuff is providing some interest that we can't provide or that we refuse to provide. So you got to get up out of here. And the way they say that is, here's the registration process. When you get to 10, let me know, because I have another 10. Oh, you did the other 10? Okay, well, there's another 10 that you got to do. And each one of these 10s, you gotta pay to play in that game. So we can't get you on any misdoings, ill-gottens, or any of that stuff. But here's 1 to 10. Let's see if you can get through those. Oh, cool, you're sharp. Here's the next 10. And by the way, yeah, there's just a certain money that kind of goes along with being able to do the next 10. I know you want to register and do the right thing. So here's how much it costs, and here's the next 10. I know you want to be the good guy and do it the right way. Well, here's another 10, and here's how much it costs. To the point where they said there was no goal line. They kept moving it. They kept moving it. And because we live here, Europe is good. Like, I'm happy for them. They still can hang out. They can still take their $1,000 and earn 5, 6, 7% on it. Yep, they still can do it in Europe and Asia. But in the good old US of A, where the world's top largest banks reside, can't happen. That's the war that I speak of, family. That is the war that I speak of. Hold on 1 second, guys. That's why we say all this time on this channel, Legendary, there's a war going on, and the war is for you and I, right? We got to speak the truth, because we can't afford to be naive about the truth of the matter, because once your eyes are open, I mean, it's a different thing. Once your eyes are open, it's a different thing, right? Once your eyes are open, then you can put your vote where your money is. When your eyes are open, when you realize that it kind of makes a difference to have the right people in office that support the thing that can create generational wealth for you and your family. Like, we got to know who's pro crypto and who's just putting on a front. As soon as Elizabeth Warren she literally said on Twitter, this is how comfortable she is. She literally said on Twitter, she is putting together an anti-crypto army. An anti-crypto army. D says, Wells Fargo's with the forced mortgages. That was fake. Yep. Who from Wells Fargo is behind bars? Tell me about all the branches being shut down because of the malfeasance and all the ill doings from Wells Fargo, or even Bank of America, certainly JP Morgan. Tell me. No time, right? So, right, but if our eyes are open, as my guy 333 Crypto likes to say, when your eyes are open, then again, you can put your money where your vote is, or put your vote where your money is. It's important to know. Big Kahuna's in the building. What's going on, bro? Big Kahuna says staking shutting down in the USA completely. This type of freedom we fought to protect. Shame on our leaders, 100%. You know, this is not a political channel, but the fact of the matter is this current administration at the POTUS level is not excited about crypto. Is bought, in my humble opinion, bought and paid by the banking incumbents. Bought and paid. I'm interested in two things: this country and my ability to create generational wealth. In that order. And as far as I'm concerned, this current administration has sacrificed this country for profits. And for me in the crypto seeders home, that is unacceptable. It's unacceptable. I just think for myself, I sit at home and I think, what good does it do to be here? I mean, what good does it do to be able to create generational wealth if it's a mess in the spot that I live, the place that I want to reside? If that's a mess, if they don't treat me and my assets well, what good does it do? What good does it do? You know, what good does it do? I just found out about a dude, keyless, called Lieutenant Colonel Alan West. Never heard of this dude. Interesting dude. I listened to his podcast today. He was on the PBD podcast, the Patrick Bet David podcast. Never heard of him. Actually resides in the great state of Texas. I had never heard of this dude. He has some interesting stuff to say. Very interesting stuff. Some very interesting stuff. Yeah, very interesting. African-American dude, very interesting stuff. I'm like, okay, well, there's one person who gets it. There's one person who gets it. You know, I mean, look, we decided to enter into this digital asset space, and the banker can come into the space. The bank teller can come into this space. The garbage man or woman can come into this space. The lawnscaper can come in. The painter, the artist, the NFL player, equally. There's no accredited investor stuff going on here. There's no interview process going on here. Right? There's no jumping through hoops, necessarily, someone else's hoops anyway, right? Right now, the bank teller can get access to Bitcoin just like the multi-billion-dollar hedge fund can. Yeah, you ever think about that? There's a kid in college right now with access to Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP, just like the billionaires. Both can just get right in, hop on an exchange or wherever they want to go and just get it. Tell me about the stock market. Why are there levels of entry into the stock market? Why are there levels of entry? Why is there pre and there's this pre-IPO and there's a stage even before the pre-IPOs? Why is that? Exclusive to a certain group or category. I don't want to participate in that thing. That's not a level playing field. Right? It's not a level playing field. When Tika Terari said to me, they are laughing at you. That's what he said. He said they are, he laughed and said, they are laughing at you. Celebrating your stock market wins of 400, 500%. He said they are laughing at you. Because they're clocking in at 3,000 and 4,000, 5,000 and 10,000%. That's what he said. He was like, the digital asset space is the great equalizer. You're able to invest in the protocol, the XRP ledger. You're able to invest at the protocol level, which never been done before. You don't think there's a reason why the Operation Choke Point exists? This is why we have the outro the way that we have it. And despite my Twitter friends who don't like it, I'm going to continue to say it. Despite my Twitter friends who don't believe such a thing exists of old money not wanting you to win, I'm going to continue to say it. Because that's the reality. Shutting down staking. That's not incidental. That's not, it just happened to be staking. It's not incidental that BlockFi and Voyager and Celsius are down. That's not a coincidence, family. It's just not. I don't care how much you point to the ills of those CEOs. It's not incidental. It's ills being done by CEOs every single day. Mistakes by CEOs every single day. Did he have the right to do what he did? No. But neither does JP Morgan or the CEO Donovan, whatever, from Bank of America or Deutsche Bank. How is it that you're able to launder money for the cartel and not go to jail? Why aren't they shut down? Laundering money for the cartels. And you don't get shut down by a regulator. And you don't get shut down by a regulator. You're catering to the drug cartels and you don't get shut down. But these little startups that are offering 5 to 6 to 7% for the bank teller and the landscaper and the YouTuber, no, we can't have that. Says the regulators. The regulators said, yeah, we can't have that. What's going on, David? Good to see you. Corey Anderson is here. How are you, my friend? Rob Gregory says, hey, bro, love your channel. Recently subscribed from the UK. Welcome to the channel, bro. Appreciate you being here. Only been in crypto for a matter of months. Nice. Have most of it on Nano X. Very, very smart, bro. Very, very smart. Very smart. If XRP does end up mooning, where is the safest place to stake? Well, I can only tell you what I do with my XRP. And what should I say? You have to do your homework and do your due diligence for sure. But I became a fan of two places. One went Chapter 11 bankruptcy. That was Celsius. And the other is Finance for XRP. Soon, Flare Networks is going to be the one. When Flare Networks does the minting of the assets, I got to say, it's been really cool, WanSwap. It's been really cool. You've been really awesome to me. But I got to go. I got to go. Because I'll be hanging out there. I'll be hanging out in Flare Networks for sure. Billionaire H is in the building. How are you? Keyless is like, wait, what? Who did that? I think it was a big time bank in Europe. Big time bank got busted. Big time. Can't remember if it was UBS. I don't think it was Credit Suisse, but it was one of those big time European banks. Got busted literally, and nothing. Didn't shut down. They may have gave the CEO a golden ticket type deal, but that was no jail time. They didn't get shut down. Yeah, crazy. BNA says flare. Yeah, so it's kind of where I am with that, guys. Guys, let me know if you do get into Vive. Oh, by the way, if you want to pay your bills with crypto, love this app. Pay your bills with crypto. It's app.spritz.finance. Absolutely love this. Love this. What am I doing here? Absolutely love. App.spritz.finance. Pay your bills with crypto. It was really interesting stuff going on there. Absolutely 1000%. Love this platform. Love it. Signed up. I signed up, and what else did I do? I signed up. I loaded up some accounts. What else did I do? And yeah, so I signed up, loaded some accounts. They find a bunch for you early on, which I love that they do that. App.spritz.finance. Let me see this. Pay your bills with crypto here, guys. App.spritz.finance. Really love what they got going on. Really love what they got going on there. It's going to be a link in the description for my videos for this. I love it. You can pay with crypto, pay your bills with crypto, and you have an off-ramp to your bank account. Absolutely love that as well, with all this on-ramp, off-ramp stuff going on in the US. And this is a US-based company, interestingly enough. So pay your bills with crypto. You know, for me, you know, I'm in kind of got the DeFi thing going on, although I've kind of shrunk down to only about 20%, but got the DeFi earning and DeFi rewards and all that stuff, right? Got some staking going on in Cosmos, whatever, and take cash that I earn in crypto and pay bills with it. And the great thing about it is you can choose, you do it by way of MetaMask, but you can choose the network that you want to be on. So if you got some cash in Polygon, you can just hang out in Polygon. You don't have to deal with them Ethereum fees, which was really nice. And this is very UI UX friendly. They find accounts based on your information that you do in terms of your identity, which I love. They find accounts, and then you can just add accounts if something doesn't come up. Credit cards, everything, all utility bills. Absolutely love this app. Absolutely love it. App.spritz.finance. If you use my link in the description, you can you'll get $50 if you pay a bill, and I think it's collectively pay bills of over $50. I think that's collectively. I don't think that's individually. You get $50, I get $50. I don't know what the $50 is in the form of like, but my guess is that it's goes towards your bills. That'd be my guess. But I really like it. So I got some of the stable coin, and you can pick the crypto that you want to pay with it as well, which I really like. So obviously stable coins would be a great one. Liquidity is going to be kind of the biggest deal, right? So you're going to have to hang out with the blue chippers if you want to pay your crypto. You can't, although Shiba Inu was an option, I'm not sure if you want to, you know, if the liquidity would be there. But yeah, you can pay with any crypto that you want, which is interesting. And you can hop on the chain that you want, which is very, very nice. And if you want a bridge, a game-changing bridge from Ethereum to Polygon, from Ethereum to other places, if you want that as well, the Umbria Nani bridge, Ethereum to Polygon, Binance, Ethereum to Binance Smart Chain, Ethereum to what is the other one? Bridge to Polygon, Binance Smart Chain. Absolutely love this bridge, is amazing. So if you don't want to hang out in the Ethereum ecosystem, you want to bridge over to some, you know, the BSCs and the Polygons of the world, Umbria Narni bridge. Fast as heck. I tell people all the time, I did transactions in the middle of the afternoon, 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Central Time. I paid 98 cents for one transaction, 49 cents for another transaction. And the bridge process, like that is unheard of. And I did end up getting some UMBR tokens because I love the bridge and how well the bridge worked. So I just wanted to make sure I share that with you guys and make sure that I put that in the link of the description of the video as well with you guys as well. Dag just released great news. Sky's the limit. DAG, are you talking about the crypto DAG, Paul Bogle? So who's starting a drop next month? XRP Moon Fam 2018. What's happening with Flare airdrop? I haven't heard anything about Flare. Yep, it's Spritz, Raphael Demore. How are you guys? Good to see you. It's app.spritz.finance. Love it. I'll make sure I put the link. Let me put the link in the description of this video. My default uploads is not, does not have that. Let's do this. Here it is. Let me copy this. Let me put this in the description of this video. Yeah, absolutely love it. It's awesome. Pay your bills with crypto. Are you kidding me? Pay your bills with crypto? Where's my face at? This is live TV, fam. This is live TV. Live TV going on here. Absolutely, absolutely pay your bills with crypto. App.spritz.finance. Love it. And I'm telling you, the freaking game-changing bridge is the Umbria bridge. Absolutely is the Umbria bridge. And if you want the world's fastest VPN, you have to look no further. I'm doing all my sponsor stuff now. Oh, Umbria is not a sponsor. You don't have to look any further than freaking Hotspot Shield VPN. I'm telling you, world's fastest VPN according to Tech Radar, according to PCNet, according to ZDNet, VPN that lives up to the hype. PC Magazine said by far the fastest VPN. Tech Radar says more than twice the top speed we've seen from many competitors. I love Hotspot Shield VPN. Try Hotspot Shield for 100% risk-free. Try Hotspot Shield now. I actually love it. I went with the premium. They reached out to me, and at the same time that ANKR had been reaching out to me to be an ambassador for them. And yeah, love Hotspot Shield VPN. Absolutely love it, especially if you're doing like gaming and that streaming stuff. I know a lot of people love to be doing these streaming and finding these different streaming channels. And yeah, VPN works really, really well. So it'll be a link in the description for that as well if you're interested in looking at a new VPN. Corey Anderson says, I'm having a chat. What's going on? What am I missing? I'm missing a conversation. Paul Bogle, I'm doing well, bro. Good to see you. Oh, Constellation, right? I forgot the name of it, Paul Bogle, right? Constellation, DAG. Yeah. What's going on with that? They got some new things going on. What's the great news? I'm going through these comments here. Rob Gregory, how are you, bro? Good to see you. Thanks, Cease. Looks like I got into crypto at the absolute best time. Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. Keela says, oh my God, Spritz is crazy good. So easy. I can't believe how seamless and smooth it is. I know. It was awesome. And besides that, too, look, what we understand as an ecosystem, that right, there's the size of a pie, and as ecosystem, we want to increase the size of the pie. And so in order to get the people that are on the outside looking in to decide to get into the space, things like them knowing that they can pay their bills for crypto is a big deal. Like, that's a big deal. So the Spritz app is doing really a big time great service to the digital asset space, and it works. It's really, really good. I watched the Crypto Dad, do all his stuff, and when he did the video, he actually did it, but he can gray out his stuff while he's doing a video. I don't know how to do that, but I was like, man, that's super fast. And when I found out you don't have to hang out on Ethereum, you could change the Polygon. That was awesome. Colin Hughes, the monthly is on the 16th of April. What are we talking about? Did I miss something? When you make billions, a few million in fines is nothing. That's right, XRP Moon. You're absolutely right about that. So there it is, guys. Colin Hughes says, I'm going to take a look at Spritz. Thanks, Keyless, for the info. Pookie, what's going on? Yeah, so link in the description for the apps, for the app.spritz.finance, guys. Check it out. Do your homework, do your own due diligence, make sure it makes sense for you. But me and Keyless, yeah, we love it for sure. All right, guys, look, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for hanging out. Pookie, make sure you catch the replay. Colin Hughes, Corey Anderson, and Paul Bogle, I appreciate you being here, my friends. XRP Moon Fam 2018. It's good to see you checking in, bro. Raphael Lamore, Rob Gregory. Welcome to the fourth revolution, my friend. Billionaire H, Keyless, the lady of crypto. David, I appreciate you checking in. All my UK family, I appreciate you checking in today. Without question, legendary and D, as always, my guys. Appreciate you being here. Big Kahuna and Al Band, appreciate you checking in. John 316, I missed you checking in, my friend. Appreciate you being here. Well, to make sure I didn't miss anyone. I think I got it. Kyle T. Moore, you checked in, snuck in on me, bro. Appreciate you checking in. Welcome to Earth TV. Appreciate you being here, miss. Thanks for checking in. James Shepard, thank you for checking in today. Peter, RC, Layla, another lady of crypto checked in. Appreciate you being here. Bogle Reed, Rodwell Nobrega, and the real big Will, Jay Korn, and Alex G. I appreciate you, fam. I appreciate you guys being in here. I'm going to, in this video, like I do all of my videos, and remind you guys of this.
Old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather that we remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where we allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating? Or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know, that the battle for you has already been fought, and the victory is yours. Go get it.
I'll talk to you soon, guys.